So this problem is similar mostly to what we've done before, but there's like one difference, which is that instead of telling you the math problem in in math symbols, it's asking you to do it in words. It literally writes out the word subtract instead of using a subtraction sign. So we'll have to think about this, and I'm going to give you an example first that's with two numbers instead. So suppose somebody gave you the question, subtract 4 from 10. It's the same kind of problem, but just making it a little easier. Subtract 4 from 10. So one thing to notice about the way that this sentence is written is that you're starting from the 10. That's what it says. Start from 10 and subtract 4 from that. So it's actually kind of switched around because you're starting from 10. So you put the 10 first, and then you put a subtraction sign, and then you would write the 4. So you would do this, and then 10 minus 4 is 6. Okay? So the same thing is happening in this problem above, the original problem. We're starting from this number, okay, or this expression. So we'll write that first. And then we're subtracting, okay. You could put this in parentheses or not, it doesn't matter. But then you're subtracting, and now when you're subtracting not just the 9x squared. Okay, if I wrote it without the parentheses, I would only be subtracting the 9x squared, but I'm also supposed to be subtracting the negative 7x. So I have to put parentheses around this so that the subtraction sign applies to both of those things. Okay, and now we're going to follow our typical process for subtracting. And remember what we do is we think of this as like a negative 1, and we distribute that negative 1. Okay, so we'll just sort of do our normal process. Negative 1 times 9x squared would give us negative 9x squared. Negative 1 times negative 7x would give us plus 7x. And here we have just bringing it down. You can multiply it by 1 if you want, but 1 times, since it's a positive 1, 1 times that is not going to change it, so most people just skip that step and just write down what it said. Negative 4x squared plus 6. Okay. Now, this subtract, once we moved this subtract and thought of it as like a negative on that 1, then we have to keep in mind that subtracting is the same as adding a negative, right? Subtracting is adding a negative. So if you've moved the negative onto the 1 and kind of grouped these together, then what you have left is a plus sign. And we'll just continue combining our like terms. So that is a like term with this, and that would make negative 13x squared. And then this one is not like that, so I'll just copy it. And this one is not like anything else, so I'll just copy that. And that would be our answer.